Hi, everybody. We're joined by Leviatán, who are coming off of their match against FPX. Please use the Zoom hand raise feature if you'd like to ask a question, and then we'll call on you. It looks like Brandon from Run It Back has the first question.
Thank you. This question is for Coach Onur. Having played Fnatic at Copenhagen and now against Liquid and FPX here at Champions, and we hear a lot about how regions have similar styles. I'd just like to know if you kind of think that all three of those teams maybe play the same, if you believe that that's true, and if there were any differences in how they played and what you saw from them.
No, la verdad bueno, se puede decir que Europea tiene un estilo lento de juego, al menos lento en ataque. Nosotros copiamos cosas europeas por momentos, no entendemos el juego que deba jugarse siempre así, pero sí, se puede decir que el estilo europeo es un poco más pausado que el resto de las regiones y creo que pasivo no le hace honor a la forma de juego porque son buenos equipos. Simplemente creo que a veces ceden presiones más de lo que se debería. Pero bueno, el día de hoy fueron mejor equipo, así que hay otras virtudes que quizás yo no pueda estar describiendo que no le hacen favor.
Europe has a slow style, especially on the attacking side, and sometimes Leviatán, they like to copy it, but not every time. And he feels like sometimes the European teams give a little too much space. And today, regardless, they were better and they have more virtues that have to be taken into account for that.
We'll go next to Facundo Dominguez.
Buenas tardes, chicos. Bueno, mi pregunta es directamente para Onur. Viendo todo lo que pasó en Copenhague y ahora en el Champions, ¿cómo ves el balance del equipo y la evolución que tuvo?
Bueno, o sea, quizá a mucha gente le sorprendió que hayamos ganado la fase de grupo de la forma que lo ganamos. Creo a quienes menos sorprendió es a nosotros mismos y tampoco a los rivales dentro del torneo, porque realmente en entrenamientos nos estuvo yendo bien. Hace rato que nos está yendo bien, entonces sabíamos que éramos capaces de ganarle a cualquier equipo dentro del torneo. En la serie de lado creo que tuvimos un aprendizaje desde lo mental, desde lo emocional, que no nos pudimos reponer después de ese throw que tuvimos en Icebox. Y bueno, el día de hoy estábamos preparados, sabíamos que podíamos ganarle, incluso pensábamos que éramos mejor equipo, quizás hasta lo pensamos hasta el día de hoy, pero no lo pudimos demostrar, así que el resultado es el que es. Actualmente creo que somos un equipo top 8 en el mundo, pero definitivamente hay cosas que tenemos que mejorar si queremos seguir escalando.
The question was, looking at the performance that the team had in Copenhagen, and now how does Onur see the balance and the evolution of Leviatán? And then the answer was a lot of people were surprised by the results that they got in the group phase. The only ones that weren't really surprised were themselves. They were having a good performance in scrims and practice. And from that match against Slough, they got to learn a lot about the mental and the emotional after the throw that they had in Icebox. And with the preparation that they had, the results that they got in practice, they felt like they were the best and they could have given the best results, but they were just not able to demonstrate it. They are, regardless, top team 8, but there's still more to go.
Thanks. We'll go next to Sons of Chaos.
Muchas gracias. Hola, muy buenos días. Soy Luke Camina Son of Kaiser. Mi pregunta va dirigida para Onur. Acabas de hablar más o menos del estilo de juego de Europa, que es un poco pausado. Normalmente nosotros somos como un poco más agresivos. En algunas veces se les vieron como muy ansiosos a la hora de entrar. ¿Crees que el tipo de juego chocó con nosotros o cuál fue el factor en el cual como que de repente se frenaba el equipo de Leviatán y no hacían bien las jugadas o al querer introducirse en contra del rival?
Bueno, haciendo un poco de memoria, la serie contra la AUD, sí creo que a partir del 12-6 abajo atacamos muy mal, pero muy diferente a lo que normalmente lo hacemos en entornos controlados como en prácticas. Como decía, esa ansiedad hizo que determinadas cosas que nosotros creemos correctas no las olvidemos. por un motivo u otro. Y creo que eso hubo el día de hoy, algo de eso. Creo que también tuvimos muchas situaciones de ventajas en el medio del round o al principio del round que no supimos cómo manejar. Y bueno, tenemos que seguir trabajando, tenemos que agarrar la voz y usarlo como un aprendizaje. Creo que la evolución de este equipo de este año fue muy buena y todavía quedan cosas por trabajar, cosas por aprender. Nada más.
The
Yes.
question was that with the playstyle and the question that he just answered about the slow playstyle from Europe, and a lot of people think that Latin America is a little bit faster, and if that playstyle kind of clash with this European match. And the answer was the match against Loud after that 12-6. He felt like the attacking was not good. There was a lot of mistakes, and the anxiety made them forget how to play their own game. For today, some of the rounds, he feels like the same thing happened. They had a couple advantages towards the beginning of the round and the mid round that they couldn't manage and close out properly, but they're just going to use it as a learning mechanism, as a learning process, and there's still a lot more to learn.
Thank you. We'll go next to Diogo Santos from VLR.
Hey guys, commiserations for the loss. I've got a question for Taco. Given your result in Copenhagen and the results here in Champions, how happy are you guys gonna go back home?
Oh, what? How much happy? Honestly, I'm not happy. I know we could do more, and we couldn't demonstrate our real level. And I don't know. I'm like a little bit sad actually, but I know with hard work we can continue and improve a lot more. There's a lot of things to improve, and I really trust on this project. And that's it.
I'll go next to Brandon from Run It Back.
Thank you. This is for King. With you being in the server, I just kind of want to get your perspective on how FPX played Ascent. You guys, had a long winning streak on that map. What were some things they did differently that you saw compared to the other teams you played that allowed them to take the victory there?
Nada del otro mundo, en verdad. Fueron un equipo que, claro, nos terminó ganando el mapa, pero no puedo quitarme de la cabeza de que no dimos nuestro máximo en el servidor. Cometimos muchos errores no forzados. Y nada, teníamos la ventaja. Íbamos ganando 6-0, una victoria contundente. Estábamos haciendo todo bien, teníamos todo controlado. Y nada, no puedo dar una respuesta clara actualmente porque, como dice Onur, hay que ver la bot, hay que revisar con detalle los errores que cometimos y que hizo el rival, pero a simple vista lo veo más como que cometimos muchos errores nosotros.
Nothing out of this world. It was a team that ended up winning for the other side, but he can't get out of his head that they didn't give their best on that server. It was a lot of mistakes, and they had the advantage with it 6-0. Everything was going well. They were playing well. He can't really give it a proper answer and a clear answer because, like Onur said, they need to watch the VOD, and overall, it was just a lot of mistakes that they were committing throughout.
We'll go next to Armando Montes from Prensa Esports.
Oh, thank you. Buenas tardes, chicos. NT por el esfuerzo, por haber representado a la TAM en esta Champions. Mi pregunta va directamente para Onur. Viendo los torneos de este año, tanto la Masters de Reykjavik y la de Copenhague, el equipo que suele salir campeón tiene 1, 2, hasta incluso 3 partidos extra que el que queda en segundo lugar. En cuestiones de formato, en esta ocasión les tocó varios días de descanso. Hay por decirlo así, algo que llega a afectar en esta cuestión a los equipos, tantos días de descanso, mientras que a otros los beneficia jugar incluso un lower bracket, o cuál es tu opinión acerca de este tipo de formatos?
No, la verdad que no tengo opinión, porque nunca se sabe si realmente te puede afectar o no. Es muy circunstancial. Cualquier racionalización que uno pueda hacer es con el resultado opuesto. Entonces, no tengo, lo único que no me gusta es que en la semana previa de Turquía hay muchas features, muchas cosas que tenemos que hacer, muchas obligaciones de marketing y contenido, y ocupa demasiado tiempo en la preparación previa. Pero esto fue incluso antes de fase de grupo y nosotros demostramos nuestro mejor nivel en fase de grupo, así que eh, ni siquiera puedo anteponer eso como un tema de resultado. Por eso esta vez, para esta serie, tanto la de Lau como esta, tuvimos casi una semana de preparación y nada, simplemente fueron mejores equipos, no me gusta anteponer cuestiones de formato o tiempo eh, con el resultado puesto.
The question was looking at the tournaments throughout this year. The champion always plays some extra matches, and what Onur felt about the days that they had to rest because they had about a week, and if he felt like it was better or worse. The answer was, I don't have an opinion on this because you never know how this is going to play for or against the team. It's very circumstantial and it very dependent on the results that you're getting. He says the only thing he didn't like is that the previous week before the tournament, there were a lot of features that the players had to do and a lot of features for the team that took a lot of time. But even then, they shown the best level in the group phase, so they proved themselves to be the better team against those. And it was just more in this playoffs where the enemy team was just playing better.
Thank you. Are there any questions from the media on site?
Oh, yeah, this is for the players. Might be too early to ask this question, but I was just wondering if you guys are planning or want to stick together for next year.
Discúlpame, pero no es una pregunta para hacerle a los jugadores porque no tenemos información sobre eso. Usted sabe que depende de decisiones que tome Riot, que están por venir, y después que tomen los equipos, el manager, el staff, el CEO. Entonces, no me parece una respuesta para una pregunta para este momento, ni nadie tiene la información. En todo caso, pueden responder una expresión de deseo, pero en este momento que acaban de perder, creo que no es el momento.
He says it's not the timing, not the question for the players, knowing that there's a lot of things that don't even depend on the players, but more on Riot and whatever's going to happen next year. And they can express some feelings of wishing and hopefulness, but regardless, it's not a question for them. And right now.
All right. And then just one more for everybody. How do you want your run here to be remembered?
¿Cómo quieren que recuerden el recorrido de este Champions? De ustedes, de su performance.
Nada, creo que se queden con que ya no se trata sobre un tema de qué región es más fuerte, sino ya más tema de equipo. Me gustó el nivel que demostramos, que somos un equipo que puede jugarle de igual a igual a los mejores del mundo. Y nada, me quedo con eso, que sé que tenemos el nivel para ganarla cualquiera. Lamentablemente no fue la oportunidad, pero eso.
The people should remember that at this point is not what the best region is, but is more of individual teams. He likes the level that they were able to show, and he was able to. He feels like they could be equal with the best teams in the world, but this time around it just didn't happen. But it was overall that about the region and not being just a single region, but the teams individually.
Thank you. Leviathan, thank you so much for taking the time
Thank
to
you.
speak with us. This will conclude the first press conference.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. We are joined by FPX, who are coming off of their victory against Leviatán. Please use the Zoom hand raise function if you'd like to ask a question, and then we'll call on you. Let's start it with Brandon from Run It Back.
Thank you. This is for Doom Bros. Obviously, congratulations on the victory. I asked a similar question to Leviatán. With you guys having played Crew twice and now playing them, I just would like to know your thoughts on kind of regional differences and similarities, how they say a lot of regions kind of have the same play style, if you noticed that from those two teams, or any big differences in how they played that you might have seen.
I think I noticed a couple of similarities, especially on Icebox, but obviously I think Crew has a little bit better Icebox. But I noticed a lot of similarities, but I think Leviatán for me feels a bit more methodical, a bit more like thought out setups on the maps are good at, especially Ascent. If you compare the Ascent to Crew and the Ascent to Leviatán, it's like very, very different, right? So there are some differences in certain maps and similarities in other maps. But yeah, it's pretty aggressive, I would say, depending on comp. So yeah, I guess we're used to playing against it.
Thank you. Let's go to Sons of Chaos next.
Ooh, thank you very much. Hey,
Hello, bro.
hello, bro. I'm a little sad for my region, but I'm happy for you guys. Congratulations on your victory against Leviatán. And for those who want to answer, after their 3 victories against Leviatán, I begin the team to took out of the Champions tournament. Could you say they are the nightmare on your region? And also, if I can send greetings to all Sons of Chaos that follow FunPlus Phoenix fans.
Go, Eric. I think only you understand.
Can you repeat the first part of the question? Sorry.
Okay, after the 2 victories against the teams teams of LATAM, like Crew and Leviatán, and how do you feel they took us out of the tournament?
How did it feel, or how did you do it?
How do you feel about be the nightmare of your region? Because
I mean, I don't feel too happy about beating the teams from that region, because I feel that region is getting stronger every event. I think in the start of Valorant, it was kind of not that great, but I think a lot of I don't want to say minor region, because I think they're a major region right now for me. But we're getting better and better, so I guess it's a bit unlucky that we got to face 2 teams from kind of the same region, right? So I just wish them all the best, and I hope they keep improving. Every region that was considered smaller is now showing that they can actually compete with every team. So every team that is in here is super strong. So it's just sad whenever a team gets eliminated, but it has to happen. So
thank you very much.
Thank you.
God bless.
God bless you, bro.
Thanks. This is from Ian on Valoranting. This is for Doom Bros. You all took a late timeout, round 23 or so, on Ascent. What was discussed during that timeout?
I mean, I don't want to say it, because then we still have matches to play, of course. But obviously it's to change some stuff up. Maybe not next round, maybe 2 rounds, maybe 3 rounds down the line, but basically just giving some key pointers on what needs to change. And more I don't want to say.
We'll go next to Diogo Santos from VLR.
Hey guys, congratulations on the win. I've got a question for Angel. What do you think allowed Leviatán to make Ascent such a close map, especially in the second half?
What made it so close game?
Yeah.
I think they're playing really, really good on Ascent, one of the best teams in the world. I think it was their first lose on Ascent, right? It was pretty close. They just feel the map properly. Probably they agents pick fitting the players. They feel the style of this map. That's why it was so close. And they're like great individual.
We'll go next to Facundo Dominguez. Hello.
Well, guys, it's a tough moment after your win against Leviatán. Well, how did you feel the way it was in Icebox, and then in the second map it was so close?
Who wants to answer?
You?
Me? I mean, I think it went as expected. I expected Ascent to be a bit easier than it was, because we had a really good pistol, and obviously we made some mistakes and threw that away. But honestly, in my mind, both maps felt favored for us, and I think the veto went really well for us. So, no real like comments about like the difference between the maps. It just felt the same, played the same, and that's it. If that answers your question, I hope it does.
Thank you guys, and good luck for the next match.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll go next to Diogo Santos from VLR.
Yeah, I've got just one more question for Artis. Next up, you're going to face either Optic or Xset. Who do you prefer, if anyone, and why?
I think both are good teams. I probably prefer Xset because we want to get our revenge against them. But both are good teams, and both are going to be equally difficult to beat. So either one, but preferably Xset, so we can prove ourselves that we're better than them.
Thank you. Are there any questions from the on-site media?
This is for anybody. So Fnatic was talking in the last press conference yesterday about how there's kind of hard for people to really pull narratives out of like such few subset of games from Europe, at least overall for EMEA. So I was just wondering, is there any kind of like storylines you think for EMEA as a whole through this tournament that you guys have seen? Or is it really just kind of 3 individual teams with their own stories?
I think it's 3 individual teams with their stories. We're doing the story of
back-to-back champions.
For now, we're doing the story of playing maximum amount of games it's possible to play on one, right?
Back-to-back champions.
And in the end, it should be back-to-back. Basically, we're doing our route, right? This is a storyline for us. I don't follow Fnatic and Liquid storylines. Maybe
I mean, there is some storylines, right? We played Fnatic a lot in the.
Have only storyline on Icebox, bro.
Yeah, like our rivalry between Fnatic. I think Fnatic and Liquid is also rivals back from last year. Obviously, we're rivals with Liquid a bit because I have my twin brother is coaching them, right? So there's some small like storylines going on, but nothing major, you know. We're all here to win against any team, and I don't think people really think about like regions and stuff like that. You know, you're just coming here to beat every team that is here. So yeah, but there are some small storylines that can be explored.
Thank you.
Hello guys, FF from Onedio. Congratulations on your win today. Your opponent Leviatán got off to a great start at the start of Ascent, their own map, but you seem to break their momentum so well after a few rounds. And what do you think was the reason for that? Was it your changes in communication or strategies, or was it just mistakes on their end? What do you think about it? Thank you.
I think it started with their mistakes, but then we catched the flow, understood how they're playing. It's like usually we don't allow teams to win like more than 5 rounds in a row against us.
Unlucky.
It's enough for us to understand what they're doing, how to beat it.
Angel last 2 ascents, 0-6 star.
Yeah, it's fine. Both wins, no. Close, yeah. I mean, sometimes plan which you prepared for a game is just not working. Maybe you're doing it bad, maybe enemy team adapted. So you need to start improvising, playing more out of what's happening on the map, maybe taking more duels in some situations. Not gonna go too deep into it, but you need to apply another approach. And after applying another approach, it starts working.
Thank you. Doombros, if you'll indulge me for one question.
Yeah.
Is there a family group chat during this event?
Nah, I blocked him on all communication. I heard he wants to win against me, and honestly, like legit, we haven't talked at all this event.
I saw it.
I haven't even seen him for a week or
You
something.
saw him.
Eric, the bigger question, okay?
Yeah.
You play Liquid.
Yeah.
Who's the family cheering for? That's the big question there.
I'm born first by 7 minutes. So
7 minutes.
yeah,
That's
so
actually a big difference.
I'm the older brother, so I'm a favorite child.
Okay, I
Yeah.
like
But
that.
usually, like smaller brother is a favorite child.
It's all
You didn't ask your parents, yeah, but it's fine. Let's just leave it. Let's just leave it then.
FPX, thank you so much for taking the time to
Thank
speak
you.
with us. This
God
will
bless.
conclude the second press conference.
Thank you so much.